Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Right, 30 seconds to go. To the start of the community run. 10k over the course of the next hour or so. Welcome along. We're going to go at 9, I think, just to start with, and then we'll see how everyone feels. Kevin DeLuca will be leading. He'll be going at 10 as usual, I think. Oh, right, there must be, yes, there's another event on. Well, we get pizza socks. I don't know, hang on a second. Yeah, Pi Day run. 7 o'clock, the Pi Day run. And you get some special socks. Oh, no. Rubbish. We could do this for half an hour and then we could go and get our socks. Should we do that? How long is the Pi Day run then? 4.4 kilometres. So, you want to do that? Right. Okay. We may duck out at 7 o'clock and go and get our socks. We are considering ducking out in half an hour to go get our pizza socks. Oh, my message didn't go. Right, is anybody coming with us? This would be a terrible desertion from the community run. Go flying in the face of the community, but we're considering going to do the Pi run and getting our free socks. Sebastian is laughing. Amy says she might as well. Yeah, no, we're not playing truant because we've already been here for registration. We're bunking off after registration, basically. Jeff Partridge says, haven't we got enough pairs of socks? You can never have enough socks. Right, Kevin DeLuca's plan is to increase by 0.1 every kilometre. Right, yeah, Kim Salt says, the community run is every week. Pizza socks, once in a lifetime opportunity. Hello, Leo, buddy. Hope you're okay. We are both absolutely shattered after yesterday's run. Both of us could have just done with sleeping in for this evening's run. Yeah, we didn't sleep very well for some reason last night. So we had yesterday's run and not sleeping well. So we're absolutely shattered today. But here we are. We're running. We'll do 4K now. Then we're going to log off and join the pizza run, the Pi run. And we're going to get our pizza socks at 7 o'clock. We could message Ellis to bring you your phone. Where is your phone? Right. Or you could run in and get it when we finish running here. If we stop running here at like 5:02 or something, or 4 minutes 2, 3 minutes 2, we could get away with. Steve Davis, hello, Stephen. Right, Victoria says she's feeling quite naughty at the prospect of exiting the community run halfway through. Oh right, Clive says we need to do 5.6 kilometres before we swap over. Right, Clive wants to do his 10k basically. Alright, Victoria says she's going to make her 10k up in the pizza run. At the end of the pizza run. She definitely needs to do 10k. I don't need to do 10k. I can do what the hell I like. So, I am not going crazy speed. Well, it's crazy speed. I mean, it's not crazy speed, is it? But, you know. Clive says, no, I mean, Sebastian says to Clive, we need to do 16.1. Yeah, to make your 21k a day. No, Kim, we're glad you mentioned it. We completely forgot about it. I did see it on the schedule and then totally forgot about it. Diana has been baking like a demon the past few days. So we've got Paul Doyle with us, we've got Adrian Mutsayers, we've got Clive Finnimore, Sebastian Vogt. Brian Dell has joined us. Hello, Brian. Nice to have you with us. Amy Green is there, Julia Foster, Theo Heldorn, Diana, Princess of Watopia, Pete Laporte, Yoko Wada is there, Stephen Davies is there running with us. So nice to see everybody today. So a good 20 miles in the bag for Leo today. Well done, Leo. 6 45-minute miles, you crazy man. Paul Hayward's on a mission to finish Tour of Watopia. Oh, he wants to do all the long runs and then he wants to do all the short runs. Good effort there. We had a very nice long run yesterday. It was pretty muddy, actually, for some of it, and it did zap our energy, but we got it done. It took us 6 hours, but nice and easy. We ran 13 miles out and 13 miles back with 1,200 meters of elevation, so that's about 4,000 to 5,000 feet of gain. So it's a pretty good day's work yesterday in training for Paris and for Victoria's South Downs Way 50. So Victoria's well on the way. I've told her she could potentially do 12 hours for 50 miles. Depends on the weather, and all sorts of things can happen on a 50-mile run. But I think she's got every chance of doing well. Oh yes, of course. So stage 2 of Tour of Watopia is out now. I will hopefully... Maybe I can do that tomorrow, can I? Oh no, we've got Paris Marathon training tomorrow. Okay, anyway. If you do stage 2, you will get a new route badge. Oh, I'm not sure if it's the short or the long. Tim, do you have to do the short or the long? Can you get the route badge if you do the short run? Stephen Davies, what kind of treadmill have you got? He's running on a new treadmill today. Diana has 6 people in the blob of runners up ahead. We've got about 6 as well, I think. Just realised camera angles isn't on. So you can do the short route and get a badge. Right, I've missed a message from Clive somewhere. Stage 2 Wednesday night. Okay, yes, we can do stage 2 Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. 2.7 miles for the short Italian circuit route. That's the badge that you get tomorrow, or we'll get on Wednesday when we do stage 2. So if you want to come and join us on Wednesday, stage 2 for Tour of Watopia, and getting our first new route badge for a long time. And don't forget, we're still doing badge collection on Thursday evenings, UK time 6:15, I think. Really looking forward to Paris Marathon, everyone. Why? 30 miles, oh my god. Leo, that's crazy. Make sure you do that nice and easy, won't you, mate? Don't wreck yourself. 50 miles over a weekend. That's a lot of running. Right, Clive Finnimore is about to book the tunnel tickets to get over to Paris. We haven't done anything yet, have we? We really need to book our ferry. "20 days until the Paris Marathon, when we will see about 10 to 15 of you out there, we think. Well, I am actually up in that direction this weekend, aren't I think? But I'm not sure I'll have time for running, Leo. But if you've got... Let me think about where we are, because it might be that we can meet up briefly this weekend. I'm coming up to Sheffield for my... for the film festival. Because as you all know now, I am an award-winning filmmaker. So it's the film festival this weekend, Sheffield Adventure Film Festival, and I'm going up to attend the showing of my film. I don't think there'll be any red carpets or anything like that, and I won't be coming home with a Golden Globe or an Oscar or anything, but it still feels pretty good. Yes, so yeah, just on that note, anyone who's planning on doing the long run Paris Marathon, because we had a long talk about this, didn't we, at the weekend, the fact that we were going to do 2 hours of marathon pace running on Saturday night. So of course I will not be there now, but Victoria will be, and Victoria will be live streaming. So Victoria's going to live stream on her own. I'll help set it up from remotely, and I will chat in game, because I'm not going to be busy on Saturday night. I just won't be here on Saturday night. So hopefully I can log in and chat in game, and Victoria will live stream. But because she's going to be going at marathon pace, she will need to conserve energy, so she won't be chatting a lot. But I hope that's okay with you. We kind of forgot that I was going away this weekend, so... Tina, did I not mention it, Tina? I thought maybe I had dropped it into the conversation somewhere. Well, I mean, if you want me to talk about it, I can do, Tina. Just say, and I'll tell you all about it.
Insult says, "Yay! We love when Victoria live streams, and she will have a screen to watch Zwift." Yep, Kim, it'll be a whole new world again for me to have a screen. Hopefully I'll have no technical issues. Yeah, I will do some chatting on Saturday, but not too much, because this will be a test of my fitness levels. Going at marathon pace, I need to be able to gauge what my heart rate's doing. John Fries has a good question for you, Stephen. When are you filming the Paris karaoke training sessions?
Not sure we even have time for it.
Not tomorrow night when we're doing intervals. Tina is all ears about your winning something.
I think we've had this plan for about 3 years that I was going to go and try and do a quick one at Guernsey. Yeah, you could. Well, no, we haven't got any flights yet, so Clive, yeah, hold that thought because we haven't even booked our flights for Guernsey yet. But the plan for Guernsey is, and this plan was made 3 years ago when Victoria first did Guernsey. I said next time we do Guernsey, do you mind if I try and do a quick one? Anyway, so yeah, ditch the wife. Victoria can get around by herself. She's perfectly capable. And me and Clive are going to try and go quick. It means you can stop at the aid stations. It means you can go for a swim if it's nice and warm as well. Jeff Partridge wants to know if Clive's going to do the Serpent Trail. I think I'm not going to do the Serpent Trail this year. Did it last year, give it a miss for another few years. It's a beautiful course though, the Serpent Trail. Definitely worth doing. But it's quite expensive as a race, so... Yes, Leo, hopefully maybe be able to see you at the weekend, yeah. Joke. Victoria wants to know when you're starting marathon training. Victoria wants to know when Jeff Partridge is starting marathon training for a good or age time. Never, he says. Stig, yes, I've done the Jurassic Coast Challenge. 3 days, very nice indeed. Definitely worth it. Are you booked in? Are you going to do it? My video of it is online. If you want to search up on the Film My Run YouTube channel, there is a film of the Jurassic Coast Challenge up there if you want to have a look, Stig. Jeff Partridge makes a very good point about good for age for London. There are far too many trails to run, Victoria. Kevin DeLuca also says a marathon is too short for Jeff. Right, it'd be nice to get 4K in. We've got 10 minutes before the start of High Day Run. So we're going to jump off in about 8 minutes' time. Do you know what? We're not going to get 4K in, are we? Because we're not even at 3K yet. Oh yeah, heart rate dips are back today. What's that all about? Yeah, there's 2 little dips on the screen that you can see.
So it's Stig's friend from work that will be running the Jurassic Coast Challenge this year. So he's going to let her know about Stephen's film. Really is beautiful views, Stig. And it's near where I grew up. Near Tina Beard's stomping ground. Oh no, double me, Stephen. That's better.
kilometre at 10:88.
Now,
From we hit 3 kilometres.
I don't know when we hit 3 kilometres, Stephen.
Right, increase to 10 kilo. When we get to 3 kilometres, I'm going to increase to 10 kph to make sure we get 4 kilometres in before we jump off. 10 seconds. Right, here we go then, up to 10 kph. Let's do 1 kilometre in 6 minutes, and then we can jump over to the Pi Day run for our socks. Yes, no, you're pretty much the same distance as me. Pizza socks coming up. What we'll do for virtual kit, eh? Yeah, this is all Kim Salt's fault, by the way, everyone. Paul Deering says, you traitors, don't forget to enter the event before joining. Well, I've entered and I'm on the screen now. It says join event, so I'm ready to go. Victoria needs to join. She needs to run into the kitchen and get her phone and join the event quickly. It's called Pi Day Run. It's literally the next one on the list. Kim, we all love a bit of virtual swag. So, yeah, we're going to take your advice and jump over there. Sorry to leave you, Evan, but we need our pizza socks. Yeah, sounds like Paul Hayward's going to come and join us as well. Kevin says he understands, but I fear that's with a little tear trickling down his cheek. Jeff Partridge says no loyalty. No bloody loyalty. The youth of today, eh? The young people of today, they just go off and do what they want. Right. Paul Deering says we have to wear our socks tomorrow or he's not going to be happy. If we go off and do the pizza run, get our pizza socks and then don't wear them, Paul Deering will not be a happy boy. What does... Oh, right. Clive's going to have to shut off and start up again because he's not sure about the Apple TV app. Paul Deering says he hopes our pizza socks have holes in them. Yeah, it's not Emmental cheese socks. The pizza might have Emmental cheese on it, but it's not Emmental cheese socks. Adam Koffler says, did somebody say pizza? No! Oh, I should have cancelled it. Damn it.
Carry on going.
I pressed it too early, or I didn't press cancel, and I've just jumped over. That's annoying. Sorry, that's my fault. I did mean to do 4K and then jump over, but I missed the button. Bloody Muppet. Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. Do you want me to go and get your phone? Right, I'm just going to go and get Victoria's phone.
I fear these socks may be a disappointment. But we need to get them to see what they're like. Oh God, now it's going to take me off, probably before I get to 4K. Making me move. Thank you. Am I going to get to 4K before it? Yes. Yeah. Do I slow down now and then? Yeah. Looks like I'm in the run. Oh, I've lost.
Right. There we are. So, we are now at the start line of the pie run. We've got 2 minutes to go. Victoria's done 4K. I did not get to 4K, annoyingly, but this run is 4.4K, so by the end of this run, I should have probably done 8K, and you'll carry on to do 10, will you? Okay. Can I go away and have a shower? Oh, I can... Oh, I've been given leeway. When I've finished, I can just jump off. Victoria can finish the run herself. Victoria can do everything, like close the stream off and everything. Oh, will I? Okay. Right. So we've got 20 people in this run. We're in New York. It's called the Pie Day Run, and if we complete this run, we get some pizza socks. Sebastian has joined us, Indio has joined us, Victor Indio. I think Clive is going to be logging in any second. Paul Hayward's going to join us. Jeff Partridge is not joining us. Brian Dell looks like he's joining us as well, apparently. Mark Mansueto, good evening. He says, hope everyone's well. Yep, we're all good. Thank you very much. Okay. Amy Green has joined as well, so we've got a little bit of an invasion from the community run. Pizza socks a go-go. Oh no, I'm not moving. Yes, I am. I'm all right. I am moving. 20 seconds. What speed are we going, everyone? 9.5? Currently we're going at 9.5. That's Victoria's plan. 9.5 kilometres per hour, okay? Okay, so purely for the purposes of free swag, we are now doing a run around New York called Pie Day. We've sacked off the community run, and we feel very naughty. Steve Davis has come and joined us as well. So Stephen Davis, Amy Green, Clive Finnimore, Sebastian Volt, Brian Dell. I feel very guilty. And Paul Hayward's coming over as well. I feel very guilty that we've all jumped shit to get pizza socks. No, that's right. We are flexible. We can. There's Paul Hayward. We can chop and change. We don't stay in our old habits. Oh, Paul Deering is feeling lonely. We can't even message you, Paul. I'm so sorry. Yeah, well, why? Yeah, Paul. Victoria says, why don't you just come and join us then? Are we wearing them, did you? Right, Clive Finnemore seems to think we're wearing the socks. Well, I've got orange socks with a pizza slice. Right, I'm going to have to change the length of my socks now to have a look. Hang on. Right, so we go to menu. And we go to garage. And we go to socks. And we change the length of the socks. There we go, pizza slice on the socks. Lovely. Right, so anybody else who wants to change the length of their socks, you will continue running, you won't stop running. You only stop running if you go in the pairing screen. So you can go to the menu and you can click to lengthen your socks so they're nice half-length socks showing off your pizzas. Right, Paul Deering is not joining us because he's a man of principle and he is staying with the community. He's keeping the community together. He's not like us reprobates and they're jumping ship. Oh right, Stephen Davies has bought himself an X-Demo Techno Gym MyRun. Very nice too. Jonathan Cost, I hope he's not listening because I still haven't got round to tightening up the belt again. I had a good old go at it a few days ago when I kind of made it a bit worse rather than better. But then I got the hang of it a little bit. So I think with a couple more attempts, I might be able to tighten it a bit more. Jonathan Cost taught us righty-tighty, loosey-loosely the other day. Lefty-loosely. So I know that if I need to tighten the belt, it's going to go to the right. Right, Emma Seeley. Well, why aren't you here? Come on, Emma. Get on the treadmill and get on now. You might still be able to get these socks. I don't know how often they're running the Pi Day run, to be honest.
Tina is saying socks are wasted on her as she only wears them short. Yeah, when you got pizza socks, you've got to pull them up.
Oh yeah, Marcus would enjoy Pi Day, wouldn't he? Running in circles. Well, that's as long as your pie is a circular pie. You can have square pies, can't you? Can't you have square pies? Well, what would it be? Yes, you can. Well, it just depends what dish you put it in, doesn't it? Yeah, I suppose so. Stephen Davies says it's very smooth and quiet, and they're saying it's harder to run on. Well, the reason people say it's harder to run on is because it gives you a more realistic road feel. So the Noble Pro it's not as hard to run on. It's a forgiving treadmill. The Techno Gym is much more realistic. So, for example, your effort level is similar to outside. So my heart rate is often very similar on the treadmill here than it is outdoors doing a similar effort, a similar run. Whereas Victoria, or me, if I'm running on the Noble Pro, my heart rate will be lower. Only slightly. I mean, yeah, it's only a little tiny bit, but it's definitely noticeable that it is a little bit more forgiving on the Noble Pro, and that the Techno Gym My Run is more realistic to what you would do outside. Yes, realistic pace, yes, absolutely. Right, Jeff Partridge reckons long socks belong in the same category as Hoka bucket hats, both of which I'm currently wearing. So I'm assuming I'm right down at the bottom in Jeff Partridge's estimations at the moment. I don't know if you saw the video, Jeff, of my kids running in Gran Canaria. Did you see Ellis? He wearing his bucket hat. Mini Jim Wormsley. Hello, Marcus Holmes. So it looks like Marcus Holmes has joined us for the Pi Day run now. And we've got Gina as well. Welcome to the party, Marcus and Ina. He wasn't forced to wear it, Jeff. He wore it of his own accord. Yeah. Ellis is best mates with Jim Wormsley. Yeah, Marcus has just come back from Scotland, where he went to St Andrews. Were you playing golf, Marcus? What's 3.14 if you're not on there? Sorry. Oh, yeah. It's the 3.14 day run, says Stig. Right. Without looking it up on Google, who can recite pi to the longest digits, the longest decimal place? Or the most decimal places? Sorry? I don't know. I can't. I've never learned it. Right, no golf for Marcus this trip, just work. Surely golf is work, Marcus. Right, Mike on YouTube, hello Mike, he's asking about 1% incline on the treadmill. Right, how long do you want me to talk for about this? I could talk to you for the entire rest of the run about 1% incline. So, the myth about 1%, well, it's not really, it's kind of a myth. The myth about 1% incline comes from a study done back in 1996, I think, where a group of researchers found that runners who run at a certain speed, and it's quite a fast speed, it's runners running almost elite, sub-elite to elite pace on a treadmill, setting the treadmill at 1% gives a more realistic result than 0%. But that is only relevant for faster runners. If I could remember, I would direct you to the study. Tim Gross will tell you the exact study and the name of the scientists who did it. But it's worth a read because it really just applies to faster runners. So runners running at this speed, relatively slow, comfortable pace, it makes little to no difference whatsoever. And in my personal experience, I found that on this treadmill, so I'm speaking for myself on this treadmill, my effort rate, my effort level matches outdoors at 0%. So I don't need to add any extra incline to get an equivalent run effort level indoors and outdoors. Now the other thing is, some people argue that your biomechanics is different if you put the treadmill at 1%. Now, I did see some research about that, and now I'm struggling to remember the exact details of it. However, it's negligible. It's virtually no difference whatsoever. So if you feel comfortable putting the treadmill at 1%, if you want to run at 1%, if all the information you're reading and hearing is people telling you to put the treadmill at 1% and you're happy to do that, then go right ahead and do it. But in my experience, it makes little to no difference whatsoever for people running at our speed. Marcus Holmes says, I love it when Stephen delivers these lectures. He just needs a PowerPoint and he'll be set. Well, and a laser pen. But the problem is, Marcus, I'm never fully equipped with my research. So I'm kind of vaguely grasping things from the distant past in my brain to try and regurgitate it when people ask me kind of questions randomly out of the ether. And so, I've had no time to plan. But, there we are. I do what I do, I say what I say, and you can take it or leave it.
So, yeah, I echo everything that Stephen has said. But we've got an interesting thing with the Noble Pro, which is a default of 1%. And we've actually put 0 drop shoes on it. What we've yet to do is an experiment with the Noble Pro to see if we put it back to the default of 1%, does it mimic our effort outdoors? It's definitely slightly easier at 0%, but the My Run feels the same effort as outdoors. Mike says, thank you, sir. I am nowhere near elite speed. Kim Salt says, awesome, no incline for me. And Tina, personally, I preferred the karaoke. What Tina is referring to is our run on Saturday evening. The Paris Marathon training ended up being a karaoke singing session of Stephen reciting old British adverts, TV adverts.
Ben has joined us. Ben from South Sudan, although he lives in America, doesn't he? But he's from South Sudan. Regularly comes and pops up and joins us occasionally. Hello, Ben. Or is it? He's told us his name before, and I keep forgetting. Maurizio or something, I think. Right, 2 kilometres to go. But Victoria is going to carry on to 10k, so Yeah, 6k in this run. So Victoria's doing 6k in this run. I'm going to stop at the end of the run. But you're more than welcome to carry on with Victoria. I'm so tired after yesterday. Victoria she's got the bit between her teeth this week. And even though we're tired from yesterday, she's absolutely determined to get a good chunk of mileage in this week. Because, we have kind of missed the last 2 weeks with going to Gran Canaria. So Victoria's had 2 lesser weeks of training when ideally we would have been ramping it right up. I mean, it's very easy to be a bit lazy on holiday, isn't it? And we've certainly had a few days when we could have gone out and we've thought, you know what, let's just spend the evening with the kids or go to the pool or whatever. So yeah, Victoria's got a big week of mileage this week, and then we're going to settle down, a couple of weeks of tapering and get this Paris Marathon done. And then a week later, Victoria's got the South Downs Way 50. And then a couple of weeks after that, or 3 or 4 weeks after that, we're going to Guernsey to run the GU 36, the Guernsey Ultra 36 miler with Clive Finnimore. Yeah. Clive says, any thoughts on a Paris Marathon pre-run on the Friday? Yeah. I think that Grace was talking about that as well. Grace Shin was talking about possibly getting together on the Friday night and doing a short run together. Yeah, there's always park run on Saturday morning as well, of course, in Boulogne. Gina says, I'm tired. Yeah. Right, Sebastian says, what pace is Victoria doing on Saturday Paris training? I think we agreed on 10.6 for Paris Marathon training on Saturday. So 10.6 kilometres an hour for 2 hours. That will get you a half marathon in 2 hours. And if you're going for a 4-hour marathon, your 2-hour half marathon should be a comfortable effort in zone 3 of your heart rate, so yellow zone. Yeah, Grace has popped up actually on the chat, Clive, and she says yes, she's definitely thinking about running on the Friday, so we should all do that. Friday evening, go for a little run, maybe along the river or something, or in the park. Right, apparently Sebastian says they're going at 11 kilometres an hour. No, Victoria says, Victoria firmly shook her head at that. Yeah. I think Victoria's a bit concerned about doing the live stream as well as running at 10.6. I don't think she wants to go any quicker, Seb. But everyone should go at the pace that they feel they need to, or they want to. Right, Grace Shin is definitely going for a sub 4 in Paris because her Stride foot pod tells her she can. Good news. So that's going to be really good. I think there's going to be a few people heading for 4 hours for the marathon on at Paris. Grace, I think there will be other people who aren't doing sub 4 though. I don't think if you decide that you want to do over 4, like 4 hours 10 minutes, 4 hours 15, I'm sure there'll be people who'll be running at that speed as well. Well, it's what, 4:04 in the nest, so. Right, 1 kilometre left of our Pi Day run. We've already got our beautiful orange pizza socks. So hopefully at the end of this run we'll get a nice flash up on screen that'll say we've earned those socks to keep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because a lot of people don't actually wear long socks on Zwift. Kim Salt says she always wears a long socks at the beginning of a run, so she knows which is her avatar. Especially if you're in an event where everyone is dressed the same. You know, those events where you all wear the same uniform, the same kit. It can be confusing, which is why I wear my hat as well, because very few people are wearing the bucket hat. So I can always tell which is my avatar. There's going to be a whole load of people wearing long pizza socks and bucket hats, thinking we're unique. We will, but we're still disappointed that you're not coming, Amy. You and the kids don't fancy a trip to Sheffield on Saturday morning, do you, Amy? To watch my film at the Sheffield Adventure Film Festival? You're more than welcome. I think you have to buy tickets, though. Anyone else who wants to come? Saturday morning? I think tickets are available. You can buy tickets to come and watch my film at the Showcase Theatre in Sheffield on Saturday morning. It's a matinee show, like at 10 AM or something. Jeff's really got something against that bucket hat. Somebody else is wearing the backwards reverse. Is that Victor Indio wearing the backwards reverse cap as well? And the tan shorts for Kim Salt. Victoria will be carrying on to 6 kilometres if anyone wants to join her. I need to make sure I get at least 8k from today. Marcus Holmes is going to carry on. Clive Finnemore is going to carry on. Paul Hayward is going to go to 5k. Sebastian is going to go to 6.5k. Tina, you never know, I might allow her to have a screen for the last 2 kilometres of the run. Clive Finnemore's decided he's going to 7.1 kilometres. Is that to make up 10, Clive? Yeah, Stephen, you should be stopping at 3.14 if it's pi. Kim, I think at least 5 or 6 people jumped over to this run. Marcus is going to send Victoria updates on where she is using the Zwift carrier pigeon. While he twirls the ends of his moustache. I am really pushed. I'll carry on a little way just to make sure I've got 8k done. Thanks everyone. Full stop. I feel very guilty for abandoning the community run. Yeah, all the cool kids jumped over to get the socks. It's only Jeff and Paul Deering stayed. and Kevin stayed because he had to. Oh, I think Diana stayed as well, didn't she? Right, there's our 4.3 kilometres done. I'm not entirely sure how far I ran. Oh, hang on. Not sure how far I ran to get in the community run, so I need to make sure I hit. Maybe I'll go to 5k then. Right. Okay, Tina says I did 3.68 kilometres before I accidentally flew off to the Pi Day run. So I'm now at 8k, so I could probably afford to stop, but I'm invested now, so I'll do to 5k, but I'm not going beyond 5k. Marcus says, Strava says you ran 2.3 miles. Right, okay. Oh, and now because we're in a free run, there is always the risk of me going off in a different direction. Park loop at the moment, but you never know, any second now I could turn off and go a different route. If my camera angles play any tricks, I will be disappearing to the comm arch in a minute. Let's see what happens. Thanks, Brian. Take care. Nice to see you again, Brian. I'm going to the Com Arch now. Hang on. There you go. I've changed it back to the Park Loop. Maybe, like, over the course of the next 4 years, we'll get pizza shorts, pizza shirt, pizza shoes, and a pizza hat. Community run is done for Jeff Partridge. Well done, Jeff and the team. We do care, Jeff, really. Right, I've got to go through and give ride-ons, apparently. Oh, that's not right. Oh, I must have given Paul Hayward a ride on already. Right, I think that's everyone. And now I've gone a different way, Victoria. I'm going to stop. Sorry. Right, I'm going to give Victoria the screen now because in the course of giving those ride-ons, I've gone the wrong way. Okay, right, I'm going to swap over. So, number 1 on there. Well, no, why don't we put number 1 here? And number 2 here? Okay. Stig says, just think of the air resistance of those things. I think he means the pizza hats. Tim Salt says, oh, a pizza hat, sort of like the cheesehead hats they have in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I don't know anything about those, but if you want to look them up, cheesehead hats in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Okay. So I have finished on 5k, so I've done just over 8 kilometres today. Victoria is... Actually, I wonder if I can put Apple TV on here. Hang on a second. No. Unfortunately not. Oh no, now it's gone off.
You stink!
I know, I'm sorry, I do. How do I get that back now? There we go. Right, 8,737 kilometres for me. All told in Zwift so far, so I'm gradually creeping closer to 10,000 kilometres. Victoria is still moving. Maybe I can find Victoria on the map. Hang on. Let me just see if I can get Victoria. Yes, I am going to. I'm going to watch Victoria now. I just need to find her. There she is. Right, 500 metres for Victoria to go. Amy says, see you tomorrow. Yes, take care, Amy. See you tomorrow. Right, Kim Sol actually does have a cheese head hat. You need it. We need a photo of you in it, Kim. Kim, Victoria says thank you for the idea of doing the run, the Pi Day run. Enjoyed that. Right. According to Strava, Victoria did 4.04 kilometres in the first run. So you need to make sure you definitely do over 6 to get your 10k for the day. Yes, so don't do 5.93. She's definitely going to do 6k. Vidar, thanks for the ride on.
Ride on!
Cheers, buddy. That's 104 ride-ons for this run. 105 ride-ons now. Thank you very much, everyone. Very kind of you. Tina Beard says, thanks, guys. See you all tomorrow. So, Victoria, less than 200 metres to go now. And then she will have finished. Fine, we'll carry on. You can run off. Victoria, just coming to the end. So, round the park in New York with Sebastian and Clive and Marcus Holmes. Thank you very much, guys, for staying with Victoria. We are pretty much done here. That is the end of our evening session. We'll be back tomorrow for the Film My Run 500. So if you want to join me for a 500 metre climb tomorrow morning, 11:35 UK time for the Film My Run 500. And then we'll be back tomorrow evening for Paris Marathon interval sessions. So Paris Marathon interval training tomorrow evening. I'm not sure what session it is, but it's going to be a hard one. I'm going to try and make sure that my treadmill is working. Well done, everyone, says Victoria. That is it. 6 kilometres done. 10k finished. And looks like Clive is carrying on with Sebastian. And I think Marcus possibly as well. But that's it from us here. Thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate that. It's been an enjoyable evening. Thank you very much. Take care. And thanks for the chat in-game and on the stream. And we'll see you all tomorrow for the Film My Run 500. Bye.